Hey there, geeks, and welcome to Demo 2 of this week's Steam Next Fest. This is a CRPG set in a post-apocalyptic environment, and I'm kind of a sucker for those types of games. This is being developed by Dropbite Bears. I'm not familiar with any of their previous work, but this one really looked like my type of game, so very excited to be trying it out. New game.
My nan called it the end of time. Dad called it a waste of good beer. Me, I called it another day in bloody paradise. It's been 100 years, more or less, since society had its last hurrah. We've rebuilt, sometimes better, sometimes worse, with nothing but hard yakka and the sweat off our backs. There's been bloodshed too, of course. People who will always be willing to kill for what they didn't earn. But that's not most of us. We're the farmers, the brewers, the protectors and the builders, the people who keep this great land connected one town at a time. So you survive. You make do. You live with tough choices and you don't look back. Because the next town is 200 kilometres away, and mate, you passed the last refuge 3 days ago. There's no good or evil, no right or wrong. Only the path you choose to travel down these broken roads.
That's the name of the thing. All right. So that was an interesting introduction because they were using what appeared to be actual gameplay for the imagery behind the narration. I don't know that I've ever really seen that done before, or at least not with the actual systems being displayed like that. So that was interesting. All right, let's read this here. Welcome to the Steam demo of Broken Roads. We're delighted to present the current state of the game, but there's still some time before release. This experience and many gameplay elements will be subject to change over the coming months. We'd love to hear your feedback via our Discord or the forum on our website. Every bug you find helps us make a better game, and of course, wishlist Broken Roads if you haven't already. That was done a long time ago. Now quit reading this rubbish and get into it. The Drop Bear Bite scene. Yes, sir, or ma'am, or both. All of the above. Alright, so it looks like we get to firstly choose an origin story. That's cool. The only one available for the demo is the hired gun. So you grew up with a gun in your hand. If you wanted to eat, you shot what your parents told you to shoot. Starvation is a powerful motivator. It was that simple. They hired you out when you were in your teens, telling clients that a hungry kid shoots better. After a few years, you worked up the courage to run away, and you crossed the outback to make a new life for yourself. You've even earned a bit of reputation. That's why you weren't surprised when you were offered the possibility of a long-term gig with the scouts at Bali Bali Hall. It's a mad world out there, and instead of trying to make sense of it, you've carved your place in it. You'll be damned if anyone thinks you'll just quit. Okay. Attribute bonuses. Awareness +1, perception and insight, affects range damage, accuracy, critical hit chance, dodge, and helps avoid ambushes. And then strength +1. Power and energy, affects melee damage, health points, movement points, and intimidation checks. Okay, that all checks out. Starting skills is shooting mastery +10. Make every shot count for you, not them. Bonus damage, accuracy, critical hit chance, and dodge while wielding a ranged weapon. And then opportunist +5. Help yourself to a free a swipe. Huh? Help yourself to a free a swipe. I think that's just a typo. Chance to make an attack on enemies moving out of melee range. Okay. Alright, cool. I like it. Unique perk, Rallying Cry. All allies gain +4 initiative until this character's next turn. While rallied, each character's first attack during their turn gets a bonus to accuracy equal to triple the value of the user's charisma score. Okay, I'm digging this so far. I am a lover of kind of deeper systems when it comes to skills and attributes. I really love having the freedom to build up my character the way I want to play it, so I'm liking this so far. For those unfamiliar with the term initiative, it basically just means like when that character is going to be able to act within the turns that happen. If you're familiar with D&D, then obviously you know what it is. But in turn-based combat, there's going to be some kind of initiative system in the background that is telling the game, you know, who's going to go first. So if you have a +4 to initiative, well, that's just moved you up 4 slots within that turn-based order. Hopefully that makes sense. I won't read through these as they're not yet available, but I just want to take a quick look here. So there's a surveyor. So that's cool. Looks like they're a bit of a scout, an explorer. They've got pluses to awareness, intelligence, vigilance, and sage. Unique track of perking. Wow. Unique perk of tracking. I totally mixed that up. Okay. We also have barter crew. Okay, so this can be a fun type of playthrough where you're very persuasive. You use your charisma to your advantage. Attribute bonuses in charisma, resolve, leadership, flow state, unique perk, junk of all trades. Okay, I like it. And jackaroo. So maybe kind of a jack of all trades potentially. Then again, I might be misunderstanding that term. I am not Australian. Cool. So this is the one we have to do right now, but that's fine. I look forward to trying the rest. Appearance. Looks like we've got 4 to choose from here. 2 guys, 2 girls. I think I'm going to go for this one. And name. I'm just going to say Izzy. It's my nickname. Continue. Okay. Introduction to the Moral Compass. I love stories and games with like a moral compass system. The Moral Compass shows a 360-degree view of possible dialogue options, attitudes you can hold, and decisions that you can make throughout your journey. It is divided into 4 parts: utilitarian, nihilist, Machiavellian, and humanist, with the golden arc representing your worldview, often overlapping different quadrants. Where a decision lies is not always clear-cut, and the borders matter. It's entirely possible to be a utilitarian focused on the greater good for all, which will suit options in that quadrant close to the humanist border. Likewise, you can be within the utilitarian quadrant, but tending far more to focus on the interests of your own group, with decisions tending towards the Machiavellian border. Broken Roads doesn't reduce things to simple right and wrong or good and evil, and this is reflected in how you handle the scenarios you face on your journey. Alright, I'm liking all of it so far. Your worldview. The golden arc in the center represents your worldview. Each decision you make can affect your position on the compass, rotating the worldview slightly towards the decision you have made. At the center of the compass are the brightly illuminated areas of the moral tendencies, which allow your character to make lower-level moral decisions or expressions of ideas that would otherwise fall outside of their worldview. Note that the further a decision is from the center of your worldview, the larger impact it will have on shifting it. Plus, the more decisions you make close to the center of your worldview, the more narrow-minded you will become, allowing you to make higher-level decisions. Conversely, selecting a wider range of choices will make you broad-minded, often allowing more options, but making certain higher-level decisions and moral traits, perks unique to characters of a particular alignment that can affect dialogue or combat skills, unavailable. Okay, so, pros and cons to being narrow-minded or broad-minded. The 4 moral quadrants. Humanist. Each person's dignity matters most. I choose all meaning, and thus what matters, but what is inalienable is that every person has worth. For the humanist, each person's dignity matters most, simply through existing as a being experiencing the world. Utilitarian. Everyone's happiness combined matters most. The greatest good for the greatest number. I believe that everyone's happiness combined matters most, and thus can justify causing harm or suffering depending on the outcome. Machiavellian. My group matters most. The end justifies the means if it favors our pursuit and maintenance of power. As a Machiavellian, my group matters most, regardless of the cost to others. Nihilist. I matter most. Given there's nothing outside of each individual human experience, nothing ultimately matters, and that doesn't bother me. Thus, for the nihilist, I matter most. All right. I like that they provided breakdowns of each of those philosophical sects because they can be a little bit tough to explain, like just off the top of your head. At least for me. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay enough attention in philosophy class. Wait, I didn't take a philosophy class. Maybe that's why. Okay. Awesome. I am liking it. So it looks like there's a little morality questionnaire here we need to take to kind of like determine our starting point. So that's cool. I like that. I have a psychology background, so like there is some overlap between psychology and philosophy, so it is an interest. I just have trouble remembering the names and succinct definitions because I have the memory of a goldfish. Anyways, back to it. You just picked up a job to escort a captured thief. You get to talking, and he tells you the sad tale of how he came to be captured. Sounds like he was not really the perp, and actually makes a pretty good case for his innocence. He begs you to set him free. Ooh, okay. Alright, so let's see. The humanist approach is let him go free. You'll argue his case, and at least prevent an innocent man from enduring mob justice. There'll always be more jobs down the track. Nihilist approach, you've been paid to do a job, you plan to see it through, despite his appeal and potential innocence, prioritize your reputation and ensure you get paid. Utilitarian, promise him you'll plead his case. It doesn't serve anyone's interest to execute an innocent man, and it doesn't serve yours if he is in fact guilty. The best you can do is assure justice and your rep stays intact. Machiavellian, tell him to make you an offer. You won't get the other half of your pay if you get to Brookton without him, and if you help him escape, your reputation as a hired gun could take a hit. Okay, so I try to have a positive moral compass when gaming because I'm the kind of gamer that will feel guilty if I make hurtful decisions in games. So I have a feeling that a lot of my choices are going to lean humanist and utilitarian. I think I'm going to have to go utilitarian on this, even though he's making a good case for his innocence. I think I'm going to have to go utilitarian on this one. Okay, next question. After a series of raids on caravans passing near your home, you put together a scouting party. You've caught a bandit leader and one of his raiders. The leader pleads for release, pledging to comply with your terms. Do you free him? Nihilist, execute them both on the spot. Better not to have that kind of headache. Utilitarian, take them back to town to stand trial. This is not your call to make. Humanist, escort them far away, warning that if you catch them here again, they're dead. Machiavellian, tell him that you'll let one of them go free, him or his raider, and he gets to choose which one lives. Okay, this might be the wrong choice, but I think I'm going humanist this way. Like, I'd rather just, like, tell them to get lost and not to come back. Okay. A nearby town instead has a new chief, and he's starting to flex his muscles. He sends an envoy with a threat: pay tribute or suffer his wrath. He clearly has the military strength to back it up. Do you pay? Nihilist, if he thinks he can take it, let him come. You're not scared of his threats. Machiavellian, negotiate with the envoy and escort him back. Concealed, your top fighters follow. In town, publicly execute the envoy, displaying his head on a spike. Warn the others to surrender their chief or face the same fate. Aha. Okay, humanist, send scouts to see if he can enforce his demands. If he can, pay up. If he can't, send him a mocking reply and dare him to come take it. Utilitarian, send an envoy in return and try to negotiate with the new chief. War hurts everyone, and maybe you can work out a way to be of mutual benefit. I feel a little conflicted on this one between humanist and utilitarian, because there's a part of me that's like, well, if he can enforce his demands, then maybe just pay up to make sure nobody gets hurt. But I also like the idea of trying to negotiate and just being like, hey, there might be a path out of this that's just better for everyone. I think I'm going utilitarian on this. Okay, question 4. A child in the village has started showing symptoms of the plague. That's not good. The town chose to quarantine him and his family, but you caught him sneaking out of the house to play with other kids. What now? Ugh. Okay. So, like, a zombie scenario here. Nihilus, let him go with warning. If he's contagious, you're all infected now too. If he's not, no harm done. Machiavellian, rally some neighbors and evict the entire family from town, make an example of their carelessness. Utilitarian, send him back to his house under careful guard. The whole family will have to leave town if they continue to put everyone at risk. Humanist, return him to his house and explain to the family what will happen to the town if they are all infected. Make them see reason. Once again, kind of caught between utilitarian and humanist. However, I think I'm going utilitarian on this because that could be like super duper risky, and I think you have to use a little force to make sure they understand that. Okay. You've been captured by people who've clearly gone mad, finding yourself in a pen along with a dew farmer you've met before, a mercenary stripped of his weapons, and a terrified young family. The captors assemble a massive pyre, indicating their intent for a twisted sacrifice. Noticing a guard's distraction, you're certain you can escape on your own, but every person you bring with you increases the chances you'll be caught. Okay. Utilitarian, take advantage of the distraction to try to get everyone out, saving as many as you can. Now let's slip away on your own. The others will simply have to fend for themselves. Machiavellian, convince the merc to come with you. The dew farmer can likely find his own way out, but the family will be nothing but a liability. Humanists, get the family out first. The other captives should be able to handle themselves. I realize the family's important here, but I don't really feel good about, like, oh, the farmer and merc can handle themselves. Like, hopefully they can. I'm going utilitarian. I guess I'm really leaning that way. Final question. You've discovered a cache of pre-apocalypse supplies in an abandoned farmhouse. You can't carry it all back on your own, so you enlist a few friends from town to help. When you return to the cache, you find a group of emaciated scavengers in the process of looting the place for themselves. Do you let them take the supplies? Nihilus, no way. Threaten the scavengers, and if they don't hand over the supplies, kill them. Machiavellian, let them take the supplies, but secretly follow them back to their home. Once there, you can loot their other goods and kill them all. Wow, okay. Humanists, let them go. They're starving and clearly need the supplies more than you do, plus they had no way of knowing you found them first. And then utilitarian, tell them you found the place first and offer to split the taking. Is better to get less than you wanted than to spill blood or get nothing at all. I'm gonna go humanist on this one. Like, if they're emaciated, then let them have it. They obviously need it. All right, I liked that. I really like this idea of doing almost like a personality quiz in the beginning to kind of start you off. Awesome, love it. And you can take the quiz again if you're not happy with where you fall. Thank you. Please enjoy playing through your origin story. Okay, continue. Okay, attributes and skill trees. Yes, getting to the real good stuff here. There are 6 attributes in Broken Road: strength, agility, resolve, awareness, intelligence, and charisma. Attributes are the basis from which skills and other statistics are derived. Each skill tree's starting values are calculated from 2 attributes. Fortitude is strength and agility. Temperance is resolve and awareness, I think. Wisdom is intelligence and charisma. Each origin story comes with unique bonuses for hired gun. Those are things we already went over, so I'll skip that. In the example to the right, with 8 in resolve and 13 in awareness, all skills in the temperance tree starts off at 21. Shooting mastery has a bonus of 10 from the hired gun's background. In combat, movement points are derived from agility and strength, while action points are determined by agility and intelligence. Keep that in mind when distributing attribute points. Okay. So these are very familiar systems for me because I play a lot of RPGs and I play a lot of turn-based combat RPGs. That's actually my preference. I'd rather do turn-based combat than real-time. I feel like this is all pretty easy to follow. These systems should be very recognizable for those of you who play stuff like Fallout, Skyrim. Diablo series has skill trees. Baldur's Gate games. The Pathfinder series is another good one. Basically, almost any of these RPG series are good for familiarizing yourself with these systems of attributes, skill trees, initiative, movement points, action points. XCOM is another one. I love XCOM. Okay. Moving on to something called the punt skill. One of the unique skills in Broken Roads is the ability to have a punt. Essentially, taking a risk on something uncertain. Okay, your player character has a pool of punt points, or PP, they can draw on if they need to attempt a skill check that they just fall short of, or if they want to increase the accuracy of a particular attack in combat. Okay, so off the bat, this idea of the punt skill and the punt points kind of reminds me of Inspiration, which is a D&D construct, and it's used in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know that it was used in the other Baldur's Gate games. Maybe it was. But basically, like, you can gain inspiration points from, doing something really impressive or something really creative. Kind of depends on the game, and if you're playing like an actual tabletop, it depends on the DM or dungeon master. But the idea of an inspiration point is it can be used to re-roll like a skill check, since D&D is dice based. So that's what it reminds me of so far. During dialogue, active skill checks which fall within the range of your character's skills plus punt points will be displayed with a unique icon alongside the text. This will allow you to spend punt points for a chance to succeed at a task that you would otherwise be unable to perform. Okay, so a little bit different, but similarities there. Punt is derived from charisma plus any additional points added to the punt skill. Each additional skill point doesn't directly equal one additional punt point, however. Skills attain different effects whenever a threshold is reached. In this example, the character has a rank 2 punt skill. Increasing their punt from 32 to 50 would place them at rank 3, and so on. Move your mouse over each skill or its ranks to read their descriptions. Okay, so it is a little bit different because you actually have to put skill points into this thing, whereas with inspiration it's something that you gain through actions. You don't actually put points into. So definitely a difference there. All right, so interesting. I like it. So let's close this here. Oh, and now comes the fun part, actually getting to assign the points. Okay. So we've got 10 points to spend in attributes and 30 to spend in skills. I'm going to try not to take too long at this, but I can spend a lot of time on this. So let's see. So where do I want to put this? What kind of character do I want to be? I do like being intelligent. Which is good for action points and initiatives. I also like being persuasive. Awareness. Resolve is for health, strength, agility. Maybe I should just kind of divvy up a bit here. At least for those first 6 points. Just, kind of put them out there across the board, and then for the last 4 points I'm going to get a little more specific. So I would like to give her 1 more point in intelligence, charisma, awareness, and agility. Okay, that's all my attribute points. Now for skills. Looks like a couple skills are not available in the demo, so that would be stealth, flow state, and sage. I know what stealth is, of course, but I don't know about these. This kind of looks like psychic ability potentially, and then sage. I don't know if that has to do with book knowledge or nature knowledge. Okay, so what do we have to work with here? Barbican. So this is, well, kind of related to a barbarian, right? You're a brick house. Or a brick shit house, like they say here. So, hard to damage. Deadeye, so this has to do with shot accuracy. Biology, so that's restorative items. Okay. Leadership. Setting an example for those around you. Drunken Master. Uh, that's an interesting one. While being drunk, drink again to make 2 attacks on the nearest enemy. Gain a number of bonuses from consuming alcohol. Melee mastery, so bonuses when using melee weapons. Opportunist, free swipe at enemies doing a runner. Punt, the one we just went over. Shooting mastery, pretty self-explanatory. Throwing things well. Vigilance, prepare an attack, fire on the first enemy who moves within range. Okay. And Tinker, so using devices, picking locks, and understanding what Cole is on about. I'm not sure what that is. Increases the blast range of thrown weapons and grants access to special weapons from Cole. Okay, I don't know who Cole is. Alright, let's see. Where do I want to go here? Leadership, I like the idea of that. Let's put a couple points under leadership. Okay, let's do some in Deadeye as well. And I like this vigilance thing, preparing an attack and firing on the next enemy that moves. That's really helpful in combat, so let's put points under that. Since we are playing a hired gun, let's put some points under shooting mastery as well. Oh, we only need 25 for the next level of this one. Okay, we'll just do 25 then. How many is it 25 for these? Let's get this one to 25 as well. And this one. And then we'll add the last one there. Okay. Alright, start this journey.
You made it. Good. My name's Jake Anderson, and this is Bally Hall.
Alright, looks like we will have voice-acted characters. Continue. Oh, okay, only some things are voice-acted. Truth to tell, wasn't sure you'd make it. Between the wildlife and the attacks we've seen, thought you might have met with a misadventure. He swipes his nose with his
So
thumb
the job
and sniffs. Whoops.
Pays good. You'll ride along to Kokobee with a couple of my scouts as security for Cole, the engineer fixing our radio. In Kokobee, you'll be meeting Mick, the mayor of Brookton, and escorting them both back home.
Okay, so Cole is an engineer. It's an easy job, not expecting much trouble, but better safe than sorry, yeah? He doesn't wait for an answer. Let me introduce you round. Ella's over here. She's my second. He pauses. My cousin, too. Her and her sister, Mad, who's keeping watch from the crow's nest. Don't get on their bad sides. Probably won't, considering her name is Mad.
New blood, eh, Jake?
Alright. Hired gun for the trip to Kokobee. Figured it couldn't hurt, the situation being what it is, eh? Gonna be with you, so maybe you can give the tour. That would be good. Cheers. I don't need a minder. Pleasure to meet you. Remain silent. Yeah, that'd be good. Uh-huh. She looks at you almost as if she pities you. I'm sure your sparkling personality will shine through and you'll win a place in her heart in no time, Ella. That's me, noted heartbreaker and charmer. She's so deadpan that she almost seems serious. You fancy seeing the place? Meet the colorful locals? Yeah. Let's go for it. So you've already met the boss. That leaves Jonesy, Dreamer, and Mad. May as well say hi to Cole too, seeing as you'll be escorting him.
Let's go.
Alright. Player and camera movement. To move your character around the map, left click on an area. White circles will appear on the ground to show what your character and party members are walking towards. Left click is also used to speak to other characters and interact with certain objects in the world. To indicate this, your mouse icon will change depending on what you're hovering over. To pan your camera, you can either push your mouse against the edge of the screen, use the WASD keys, or hold down the middle mouse button and drag in any direction. Okay, so all of that is very standard for CRPGs. Introduction to important tabs. At the bottom left of your screen, over here, are 5 icons from left to right. They are Party Management, Moral Compass, Journal, Map, And menu. Click on each item. Excuse me. Click on each icon for further information. Okay. Well, it looks like the journal one's lit up. And let's see. Your trusty journal records any currently active main quests and side quests, updates, objectives, keeps track of completed quests along your journey. You can view these quests at any time by opening up the journal window and clicking on the drop-down headers. The journal also keeps a note of any key choices made throughout a quest for you to reflect on any time. Okay, again, this is all kind of standard stuff for a CRPG. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, chicken! Alright, so let's walk somewhere. Oh, and I can zoom in and out using my mouse wheel. Cool. So let's go say hello to this guy over here. Is this Cole? Ella calls out as you near a young man, elbow deep in a pile of electronics. Oi, Cole. Okay, so it is Cole.
Who's this then?
The gangling young man hurriedly wipes his hands on his coverall when he sees you. His carrot orange hair flops over his eyes as it gives you a broad grin.
Cole, meet your new protector. We need extra muscle for our trip to Brookton, given Jake and Jones here headed down Alderside way to see why they're so quiet. Hired this one on to keep an eye on you.
Okay. That's bloody fantastic. I'm just about done with the repeater array here, and should be powering up with the solar panels in no time. Get you scouts back up and on the network in a jiffy. It'll all get sorted once I hit the market in Kokobi and... She holds up a hand. Steady there, Christmas. I was just making an introduction, one thing at a time. You raise Alderside yet? Oh, crikey, no, not yet. That's why I mentioned Kokobi. See, your modulator's shot, and I don't have a spare, so it's a good thing we're headed up there. Once I get the modulator, everything else is golden, and you'll be right as rain. Okay. When do you want to head out? Scouts don't have a working radio then. Let Ella speak, or catch you later, Cole. I'm going to ask about the scouts. Till we get this modulator sorted, might as well learn how to use passenger pigeons or reflecting mirrors or something. You know, mirrors are great in the daytime. Well, the sunny daytime, but kind of worthless at night. And cloudy days. A little bit of a chatterbox, isn't he? So yeah, we need to get to Kokobi for a new part. When do you want to head out? Well, he steps back and looks at his tools, the radio, and the solar panels. I reckon whenever you're ready to go, I can clean up real fast. Meantime, I'll keep working on projects around here. Got nothing really pressing back in Brookton, I don't think. Alright, catch you later,
We've got
Cole.
plenty of time to chat on the way to Kokobi.
I'm sure we will. Alright, what else is going on around here then? Can I say hello to the chickens? No? No. Can I say hello to the camels? Let me say hello to the camels. Hi, camels. So cool. Okay. I will always get sidetracked in a game when there are animals. What the? Okay, that's a mannequin. I was not sure what I was looking at first. Now, let me not, like, walk in his line of sight there. Let me come around and say hello.
Name's Jonesy, mate. Who are you?
Alright, so the tanned hooded man is busy cleaning a gun as you approach. He looks you up and down quickly, professionally, and back to his weapon. Alright. Jake hired her to give us a hand on the way to Kokobi. She's pretty new to the life. Got tips for her? New gun for the good guys, eh? Glad to hear it. You ever use your weapon on a person before? Yeah, loads of times. Lie, yeah, loads of times. Not yet, hoping I don't have to. Lie, not yet, hoping I don't have to. Or none of your goddamn business. That's a little aggressive. I'm just gonna say not yet, hoping I don't have to. Bad news, mate. Chose the wrong line of work for that. Especially if Jake hired you. Means he's worried about something. He looks you up and down more carefully, but he wouldn't have done it if he didn't see something in you.
So my advice is this. Time comes to throw down. Don't blink. None of the Deros out in the bushwood. It's them or you. I made the mistake of trying to be kind once.
Okay, so someone's been burnt. He pulls down the top of his shirt to show a nasty scar running across his chest. Here's how she repaid me. He shakes his head sadly. When they've sunk that low, the only help for them is hot lead. Okay, so I see our morality system is coming into play here because it will let me choose one of the zones that I am in. So humanist response is surely we can find a way to help them. Utilitarian, what if we organize supply drops so they weren't so desperate? Maybe they could help rebuild, or just neither way. Hell, that's a good cure for just about anyone. I am going to go utilitarian. Supply drops. Mate, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but everyone out there is barely scraping by. No room for charity. When you're a bad day away from starvation, you want to be generous, give them a quick death. Hate to ruin this heady discussion, but I'm supposed to keep squiring our friend here around. You and Jake are headed back to Brookton after Alderside, yeah? Yeah, gonna swing by and see me old man. Got to update him on the kill count. Okay, I can go anyway this time. Humanist, kill count, is that really necessary? Machiavellian, building a fearsome reputation, huh? Nice. Nihilist, kill count, sure if that's your thing. Utilitarian, gotta break a few eggs to make the new world cake. I'm gonna go humanist on that one. He stares at you coldly. Yeah, it is. It lets the people of Brooktown know that I've got their backs. Brookton. Why do I keep saying Brooktown? And he can spread the word around other places, let everyone know that Brookton is protected.
Don't let him fool you. Under that bloodthirsty exterior lurks, well, the heart of a killer. But under that, not a bad guy. Not if he's on your side. Well, unless you're a farmer. Then you should lock up your wife and daughters. Livestock, too.
Okay, I don't know that I, like some unspoken implications there.
You know me so well, Ellie. Except the livestock thing. No one can prove that.
Okay, yep, that was, in the direction I thought it was, and yikes. Okay, he turns to you and points his thumb over his shoulder at her. Watch out for her, she's secretly not always mean. Bullshit. I'm made of mean. Anyway, like I said, we've got to keep moving. You have anything more to talk to Jonesy about? You know what? I'm good. I'm getting kind of a bad feeling from this guy. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Who's this person? She raises her hand to the young woman as you approach her. Dreamer, give the fresh meat a wave, will ya?
Fresh meat? For dinner? You know I gave up human flesh, Ella. I'm Mishti. They call me Dreamer.
Okay. Hopefully she's joking about that. Pleased to meet you. You, used to eat people. You look young to be here. Why, Dreamer? What you do here? Comic relief. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Smile fades from her face. She blinks at you. Bit of a prick, aren't you? I didn't mean to be. No wasses yet, though. No wasses? I guess that's like no worries. I've seen worse than you on the regular. She pastes her smile back on. A grouchy face doesn't faze me nearly so much as Darrow's running at me with knives made of pig bones and scrap metal.
Anyway, my job here, such as it is, consists of two main gigs. What I do best is convince people to save their bullets. I defuse fights, make sure people get along, keep their blood inside their skins. The other job? Cleaning up this mess.
Okay, alright, well, I like that. Anything I can help with? The way you describe your job makes it sound like you're a negotiator. What does cleaning up this mess entail? The whole place looks pretty messy. How'd you wind up out here? All fascinating. I was just showing me around, so okay. I'm gonna ask if there's anything I can help with. That's really kind of you to ask. Yeah, I'm not a prick. As a matter of fact, I could use a hand with a couple things. And Jake wanted you to get some time in at the firing range. Make sure you're as good as you say you are, you know. She gives you a quick smile.
Last fella was a bit of a legend in his own lunchbox. Now he's dead. Better to know up front if someone's aim is a bit shit. Corpses aren't so great at self-improvement.
Fair. She turns around to survey the encampment. Let's see. Jake wants you to get your gun hand warmed up. Then I need some scrub cleared out of paddock. and the tub filled with water. Easy peasy. If that's all, I should get going. Lie, I finished everything. I've still got some work to do. Does it all have to be done today? That's all great. I have some other questions for you then. You know what? Let's talk about something else. Gotta get back to it. Bye. Yeah, I'm gonna say if that's all, I should get moving.
Right. It should be easy work.
Okay. I'm gonna open up the journal. I need to still meet Mad. And I also need to do these side objectives now. So let's see if we can find Mad. Who is hopefully not mad. Did I miss her over here, maybe? Right down here. Is this the tub she wants filled?
There's only a small amount of grimy water left in the tub. Those camels are going to need something to drink, and soon.
Okay. I guess that's
You
tub.
quickly fill the tub, providing clean drinking water for those noble beasts. You're already a real hero.
I
What a
will
hoot.
go as far as to say that. Where is this Mad character? Is she in here? No. Is she in the house? Oh, she gestures to the roof of the hall. Look up there in the crow's nest. That's my sister Mad. She'll be staying behind when the rest of us range out on our drops later.
Mad. New hired gun. Going to be coming with Mishti and me to Kokobee.
Okay. The woman in the watchtower wears drab brown clothes, loose and comfortable. Her face is hard, her build muscular. She looks like she wrestles ruse for fun. She scowls down from the makeshift turret. You babysitting, Ella. Where's she sitting you? I'll keep an eye on her for you. I figure I'll follow her lead. I'm not much of a sitter, to be honest. I'm a good teammate, though. I'll say that. Very much remains to be seen. Pull your weight, you'll get no trouble from me. Got to be better than the last one, though, eh? She leans over the railing. Ella, don't stick your neck out too far this time. She snorts. Like I'm the one who needs a sitter, Mad. Wasn't that long ago I was changing your nappies. She turns to you. Ready to move on and meet the others? Fuck you, Ella. She says it without rancor. Hey, before you go, new kid. I need you to make sure the perimeter is secure before y'all head out. Don't want any unpleasant surprises. What you need? Nah, I got other things to do. Ella, what do you think? Ella, do I have to do it? She says, just say, what do you need? Not going to run your mouth then? We'll get along fine. She chews her lip for a moment, studying the fence and points. I want you to walk a circle around the outside of the fence, check it for holes. If a dingo can fit through, call it out and we'll patch it up. No need for you to get your precious hands dirty, just need your eyes. Just walk the fence, too easy. I don't mind repairing it. I'll get the job done. No need to take an attitude. Before I get to it, you mentioned the last one. Someone before me. Yeah, I kind of want to talk about that. What, you want to know what happened to the last gun we hired? A little bit. He fucked up, mate. He fucked up and he died. That's what happened. Don't be that bloke. She sifts her rifle. Now, don't you have a job to do? She settles back in her chair, her eyes scanning the horizon.
That's all we're gonna get out of her. Come on. Let's go.
Alright, so I'll need to do that too, but I've met everyone. So I will, let's see, clear the scrub from the camel paddock and do some target practice with Jonesy. Alright. Alright, listen, asshole. Because that's my interpretation of you so far. Let's do target practice. For sure, let's get on it and you can show us what you've got. Get stuck into it. Okay. Time to learn to combat. Optimal range. Different weapons are more effective depending on the distance from the target. pistols and shotguns work well up close, rifles from a medium distance, and sniper rifles better from a little further away. Experiment with different weapons at varying distances to work out the optimal range. Your shooting mastery and Deadeye skills will also affect damage and accuracy as you improve them. Okay? So yeah, this looks like most CRPG turn-based combat I've done. Oh, this looks like Wasteland. That's the one I was trying to think of earlier. Wasteland. Yep. This look like, at least it looks like Wasteland 3. Which is a good game. Just has a bug in it that I can't get past. Alright, so I guess I just... Okay. So... These are... movement points. Action point. Okay, I'm just gonna reload. I'm gonna end the turn. And let's see. Looks like there's kind of an interruption going on, except with this one. Let me shoot this one. There we go. I'm going to move here. Reload and end the turn. Okay. Then I'm going to move a little more. Reload and turn. Now I have a clear shot at these. Whoops, and I missed. Just going to move a little bit more. Just kind of rinse and repeat here. Since I'm not dealing with actual enemies. Okay. Oh, I missed. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, I keep missing. What's going on with me? Good thing I have unlimited ammo when it comes to, You know what? I'll shoot this one. Okay. Oops. Is this one out? Wow. I don't know why I keep missing that one. You know what? Let me move a bit. Wow, I can't shoot this one. What's going on? There we go. Not bad, mate. Good to have you on board. Hey, Ella, you might not be resident sharpshooter much longer. She says nothing, but gives Jonesy the most tired of your shit stare you've ever seen. Alright, now that that's done, let me clear out the scrub from the paddock. Which I believe she means this.
This scrub looks like it's invading the camel's enclosure and they're having trouble resting without getting pricked. It wouldn't take you long to clear it out.
Alright, I'll move it.
The job only takes a few minutes and the paddock is cleared. The scouts will no doubt be happy with your handiwork.
Yeah, okay, so that's all set. So I report back to Dreamer for that stuff and then I can do the perimeter. Okay. She smiles broadly as you approach. Hey, hey, how's the work treating you? Let's talk about those jobs you sent me to. To get back to it. Bye. I hope you can answer a few questions. Jobs? Yeah, of course. What's up? I finished everything.
That's bloody fantastic! Great work, mate. I definitely owe you one. Remind me at the pub later on, would you?
Sure.
Here you go. You saved me a ton of trouble.
Alright, I've
Anything
got a
else
water
today?
bottle. How'd you wind up here? How's life here with the scouts? What's going on around here in the bush I should know about? It's the best part of being a scout. Just because I know this has been kind of going on a while.
Later.
I'm running out of time for this recording. I'm gonna get a move on with the perimeter. And I can speak to her later. Okay. So I'm just gonna take a look-see about here. So, I'm not seeing anything so far. Oh, that looks like it might be a hole. Hey, here's something. Ella stops to inspect a small hole in the fence. Bloody thing's falling apart. Mad will need to patch this one properly. Shouts over the fence. Oi, Mishti, you hear me? Tell Mad she's got a proper patch-up job to do out here, would you? Oh, she's gonna love that. I'm sure she will. Okay, let's move. Need to do a thorough check of the whole fence before we're done. Alright. Continuing on. Looks like this part's pretty fortified. Oh, there is a snake. I thought I heard a snake. I mean, that kind of looks like a hole to me, but it's not reacting, so. What about this one? Notice a piece of corrugated iron board coming loose. Oh, look. What? It's like a little spot over there. Takes a closer work where you're pointing. Nice find. Reckon a new bolt or two is all she needs. This thing's been patched up since, geez, well, since before I reckon. Might be there's not even a single piece of original wall still here. Wall remains, though. Let's keep on moving. Alright. Keep it going. Oh, hold up. She stops, motions to a section of a nearby fence. A small pile of dirt is next to a shallow hole. What you reckon it is? Looks like somebody may be digging their way in. Just gonna say what? Dingoes, little bastards, have been trying to dig their way in since Mishti turned the place into a chook farm. I don't know what that is. Chicken? Well, I reckon that's enough to keep Mad off Ras while we're away. Nice work. Oi, Mad, found 3 lovely jobs for you. Should keep you from falling asleep while we're gone. Mad snarls something unintelligible and turns away again. Well, your eyes work and you can follow instructions. So far, so good. Right, let's head back and check in with the others. Cole's gotta be done by now. Alright. We'll just, complete our circuit then. Round and round we go. Round and round we go. Come on, back over. Talk to Cole. He looks up from his work, still smiling. Yeah?
We'll have plenty of time to chat on the way to
I was
Kokobee.
supposed to talk to Cole. My bad. Return to Jake. Okay.
Heard you having your chin wags with everyone. How you finding Ella? She's rough round the edges, but then we all are. It's why I like to have her squire people around. Anyway, what'd you think of the place?
Good sight lines. You can see enemies coming a long way off. Bit of a shithole. Place is held up well. Decorate yourself. It's alright. I'll be nice. He smiles, clearly proud of the place. Yeah, we've done some work clearing the trees around here. Had a nasty scare years back. Some refos from up north of Perth came around looking for an easy target, and we decided we looked the part. They hid out in the old tree line, and if Mad, only knee-high to a grasshopper at the time, hadn't raised the alarm, they might have had us. As it was, took everything we had to hold them off. Ever since, we've cut the trees back.
Anyway, if you're done with that, time to get Cole up to Kokobee. Like I said before, should be safe and easy. Once you get there, meet up with Mick. He can be a real charmer. Or he can be a right bastard. He's a hard man, so it's best not to bullshit him. He's Jonesy's adopted dad, if that gives you any idea what he's like.
Okay. You'll be going with him back to Brookton. Jonesy and me'll meet you there once we've finished in Alderside. Anything else you need from Bali before we go? think so. No, I'm good. Yep, we've wrapped up what Miss She and Mad asked. Let's get moving. Okay, best of luck with everything. We'll meet you in Brookton once we're done. Jonesy, grab your gear. We're rolling out. Same, we're on our way then. She shouts to the other two. Cole, Dreamer, let's get on the road. You know the drill, Ella. Stay safe and don't be stupid. No wazas, Jake. None of the stupid leaked into my side of the family tree. We're all set. He grins.
I would be deeply offended if I were smart enough to understand that, I'm sure. But look, keep your skin in one piece, yeah? This goes double for you, Mishti. If you're outside the gate, you don't let your guard down.
Turns to face you. You too, new kid. If all else fails, listen to Ella. She'll steer you right. Got it, Chief. See you later. Travel to Key Road. Okay.
You're not even an hour away from Valley Hall when you spot a makeshift cart on the road. A man lies motionless on the ground. A sobbing woman cradles his body.
Ella, are you seeing this dreamer? What do you think we should do, or say nothing? I'm gonna ask Dreamer on this one. She glances at Mishti, amused by your deference.
Mum's having the worst day of her life. And the kid's not too crush hot either. Let's hear their stories and try to stop anything worse from happening.
The young man, sitting off the side of the road, is rocking back and forth, a pistol held unheeded in one hand. Neither he or his mum appear to have noticed you, lost in their own personal tragedy.
Okay, so first impressions of this situation is that the dead guy is the father and he's abusive, so the kid finally took him out after, he kept beating on the wife. That's my interpretation. Could be totally wrong.
Things could get dicey. Hang back while we check this out.
You got it, boss.
All right. Yeah, let's try to find out what the heck is going on here. Excuse me. The emaciated woman is sobbing over the body of a man lying sprawled in the dirt. Bright blood stains his shirt and pools in the dust of the road. She doesn't look up as you approach, trapped in the world of her pain. What happened? At first, you think she isn't answering you. Then you catch the fragments of words at the edges of her sob. She looks up, wiping her face with the edges of her sleeves.
What are you even doing here? Why now? Why not before before?
She sobs and shakes her head, pressing a bloody hand to her face. Her wedding ring glints golden through the gore. How could we have known you were in trouble? Did he attack you? I honestly feel like he attacked her. She's saying no, he would never, and now she leans down and puts her head on the corpse's chest, shaking her head in unceasing denial. You sure? She gives you a look, then steps forward to take command of the situation. What can we do? She stares at Ella a few seconds, as if to assure herself that the pale woman is real. My son. He shot Greg. Then he took the gun and he's a good boy. I can't lose him too. What's your son's name? What do you want us to do about it? We could go talk to him. Why did he shoot him? Remain silent. I'm gonna ask for his name first. It's Will.
Same as his granddad.
Okay. She gives you a brief smile, but the pain in her eyes doesn't diminish. Right, we'll go have a little chat with him then. She nods to the boy sitting in the dirt behind the fence. Okay. Alright, Will, what have you gotten yourself into?
Stay back! I've got a gun!
He points his pistol loosely in your direction, a mop of dusty brown hair hanging down into his eyes. He shakes his head to clear his vision. He can't be more than 18 years old. Yeah, what type? Machiavellian threatened him. Yeah, so have I. Why don't you put it down and we'll talk? Humanist, hold out your empty hands. I'm not here to hurt you. Just take a deep breath. Try to show him that, we're not a threat. You don't understand. His arms seem to lower of their own free will. I just killed someone. He raises his arms again. They're shaking. I could kill you too. Who was that man? Did he attack you? So what? I've killed tons of people. Let's go less aggressive here. He scrubs at his face with one hand. No, you've got it all wrong. He points the gun at you with renewed ferocity. I don't want to talk about it. Machis takes a step towards him, hands up and empty. Hey, let's just have a chat, alright? Let her take the lead. We got this machine. We talked to him. It's okay, we can trust her. I'm gonna say it's okay, you can trust her. She says nothing, but you see her relax ever so slightly. We've all done things we regret, right? One split-second decision, and it seems like it's all over. But it's not. You're still here, and that means you have a chance to make it right. You don't know what happened, what I did. He gestures wildly with the pistol. Ella's expression doesn't change, but she widens her stance. I killed him, my own dad, and all because he... You're not responsible for what your dad did, Will. Her voice is soft, sympathetic.
No, it wasn't like that. He asked me to. He said he was holding me and Mum back, that we'd never make it to Meriden at this rate, so he asked me to make sure she makes it. And
Okay, definitely misread the situation.
I shouldn't even be alive.
Puts the pistol under his chin and closes his eyes. Oh, okay. Crap. We gotta stop someone from committing suicide. Reach out a hand to stop him. Wait. Rush him and try to wrench the gun from his hands. Shoot him in the leg. Remain silent. Okay. Feeling the pressure. If I say wait and just kind of reach out to try to stop him, he'll probably pull the trigger. If I rush him and try to grab the gun, he might shoot one of us. Shooting him in the leg could stop him from shooting himself and killing himself, but it'll also injure him and just isn't really a nice thing to do. I think I'm going to try to grab the gun. As you tackle him, the gun goes off right next to your ear. Over the orientation of tinnitus, you find you're staring into his wide direction. He isn't breathing. Oh, freaking great. He's dead. Ella walks over and takes his pistol. You push him aside and stand. The bag of his red bloody mess. Dreamer heads over to comfort his mother. Great! Are we taking his body to Mom or nah? She's already picked up his feet, and she shoves past you and stalks back to the road. Yeah, we should give her the body. She helps you carry him back to the road. Alright. That did not go well. She looks up and sees you and Ella carrying something. No, she collapses onto her husband's chest, her high-pitched keening only slightly muffled by a shirt. She doesn't acknowledge you as you place her son's corpse beside her. She only keeps rocking herself back and forth, her head on her husband's stomach. She looks down at the mourning woman passively, then turns away. We're done here. Alright, Ella, you're a bit cold there. That did not go well. I feel bad.
That was really shit what you did back there. I could have talked him down. I know it. What's it gonna take for you to trust me?
Dude, I did try to get you to talk him down. Alright. She sighs. Miss, she was waving that gun around like a kid at Christmas who was gonna hurt someone, himself or one of us. This never would have happened if Jake had been there. Remain silent. Well, let's all just calm down. She's probably right, Ella. That's unfair and you know it, Mishti. I'm just gonna remain silent. She rolls her eyes and grins. I know you think he's walks on fucking water, but Jake's not perfect. You've done the same as me, and besides, he's with Alana. Mishti's face darkens, and she pushes Ella roughly out of the way, then keeps walking. Fuck you. Woo!
What did I miss?
Cole seems completely oblivious. Alright. That was a nasty first situation to run into.
Welcome to Kirkby Way Station. Now we've got Cole here. All we need to do is wait for Mick to arrive. Then escort the two of them back to Brookton.
Look at the
He should be
cameras.
arriving any minute now. Any minute now?
going to go check the radio tower and catch up with Dustin. He's usually got modulators up the wazoo. I'll be down there if you need me.
There he goes. Never a dull moment with Cole around.
She doesn't quite smile, but her face takes on a slightly softer edge. I'll introduce you to Tina. She runs this place. Good person to know if you're looking for work.
Oi, Tiny!
Tiny Tina. Well, looks like there's a lot of people around here, huh? This is Tina, I'm supposing?
Welcome to Kokobi, stranger.
The effervescent teenager in an outdated conductor's uniform salutes you neatly as you approach. A polished silver whistle swings on a chain at her hip. Tina, g'day. We're just here to pick up some parts for the radio, then we're headed down to Brookton with Mick and Cole. Thought we'd say hi while we're here. She gestures vaguely at you. This here's a hired gun. Jake reckoned we could use the extra hand. There, now you're introduced. No fuss, no mess. Ella, Misty, always a pleasure. She smiles, the dimples on her cheeks making her look even younger. Mick's not here yet, but you're just in time. I've got a little bit of a pest problem, and I'm hoping you can see me clear. Tell me more about your pest problem. Let's see what you've got in stock. What's with the outfit, like you're in from where you're in charge here. Just tell me about the pest problem.
We hired a mercenary, Ian Mason, to help protect the town.
Mm-hmm. Ever since we hired him, he's been driving away business with that attitude of his. Problem is, he won't get lost. Claims we have a contract. She gives him the finger and keeps it up as he lazily extends his arm to do the same.
I want you to convince him to move on. Go terrorize someone else. And to stop being such a fucking crybaby!
Her shout carries clearly in the shimmering air.
Wah, wah. I'm a little girl and my big brother's not here. Wah.
He holds his fists in front of his eyes in a mocking imitation of a small child.
Go sit on a rusty spike and rotate, you old filthy bastard!
She picks up a rock and pegs it at him. He dodges easily and laughs.
So yeah, I want him gone, thanks.
Alright, I'll go take care of Ian Mason now. Let's see what we got in stock. Let's
Forward to your problem-solving capacities.
let's go see if we can take care of this jerky pants over here. Whoa, what's with the hood, dude? An executioner or something?
I'm busy.
He has the stance of someone who's seen other people with military training but never been through it himself. He reeks of sweat, and his camo is obviously the wrong color for the surrounding terrain. I'm busy. After a moment, he lazily gives you his attention.
What do you want, sweetheart? Looking for a real man to show you how to use a gun?
Ooh. Ooh, I don't like this guy already. Okay. In your dreams, mate. Tina wants you to move on, mate. What's your deal? Ever thought about joining up with the scouts? Need a hand? Bye. Tina wants you to move on. I don't give a fuck what Tina wants. She hired me and I've kept my end of the bargain protecting Kokobi. It's gonna take more than you and your two little nursemaids to change my mind. You're pushing your luck, bud. There's gotta be something you want, mate. What can we do to convince you? Utilitarian. I can't make you leave, but you're wasting your talents here, don't you think? There are all kinds of places you'd be appreciated more, paid more. I don't like either of those responses. I want to tell him to go fuck himself. Alright, what do you want? Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. He crosses his arms and you can tell he's getting ready to bring out the big guns. I have a contract. A merc's word is his worth. I go back on that, I'll never work again. How about we settle this the old-fashioned way? Give him $100. I'm tired of this. You're never going to work again as it is. Attack. You'll never get to work again if you're dead either. Cut the crap. How much will it cost to make you disappear? Yeah, I like that. You'll never get to work again if you're dead either. What? How are you going to protect all these people if you get yourself killed by running your mouth? Yep, I like it. His face curls up, scowling as he gets your meaning. Sounds like you're the one angling to get yourself killed. Look, mate, you're an asshole to everyone. Me, I've got the patience of a saint. Someone less patient would have pulled a gun on you by now. Keep in mind, mate, we're with the scouts. Think they'd let you kill us with no consequences? Think some other meaner bastard than me will put up with your bullshit? Yeah, let's go more
I've had enough
aggressive.
of your threats. I don't take shit from anyone, least of all a two-bit mongrel too dumb to know her fucking place.
Oh! We are in combat. Okay. That's a good thing, because I wanted to get to a point where there was combat before I, ended this session, so worked out. Okay, so it does look like there's shielding, like if you can find cover, you can have less damage. So this is Ella right now. Ella, move over here. And shoot this guy. I knew I didn't like you. You and your weird hood thing going on there. Alright, reload. Oh. I guess I should look at skills too, huh? Or does that matter for this? Oh, she does have a frag grenade, and there is vigilance. Vigilance is 3 action points. Okay. So I do need to look at that. Good to know. My turn? Looks like I have better accuracy for shooting people a little further away. I'm going to move back here, so I'm not, like, right friggin' there. And I'm gonna shoot this guy as well. Let's try to... Darn. Alright. That's okay. And you've got a pistol, so you're probably better off nearby. Oh. Okay, maybe not. You know. So let's see. Where can I put you? 4 MP. Yeah, let's move you over here. And then have you try to shoot him. Did I get him? I don't know if I did. Let's try again. I don't think I did. Ow! Hard hit. Ow. Hopefully I don't die in my first combat encounter. Can I shoot him for that? No. Let's try to get this guy. Oh, really? Damn. Vigilance costs 3. Not enough action points to use it. Okay. Can I... I was gonna say, like, can I move somewhere? Get a little coverage, but, not really a lot of spots to move. That I can actually move to the start. Oh wait, maybe I can move right here? Nope. Okay. Let's see. What's that percentage chance? 76? There. Critical. Nice. Move a little bit. Reload and turn. Okay, Misty, I need you to carry your weight this time. 83%. Okay. Okay, nice job. There we go. 1 down. Okay, stay where you are. Ella's taking a beating there. So I want her to take cover. much as she can. Oh, can she not reach him anymore? That guy's trying to run away. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Can I reach him? I think he went out of bounds. Try to. Let me come back out. Find him here. Okay. Misty, can you finish him off, maybe? Maybe if you get a little closer there. Okay. More? No, not quite. Ooh. Ouch. Okay, why is he still able to attack us, but I couldn't get my marker on him? It says target's out of range, so hold on. Let's move this way, see if he's in range now. There we go. Okay. One shot on him. I'm gonna try to get a shot on him with this character too, but I need to come forward. There we go. Starting to get there. Misty, I need you to finish this guy off. There we go. Now, second shot at him. Okay. Need to reload. You have fired the last round of your weapon and must now reload. There's an infinite ammunition in Broken Rose, but reloading does come at the expense of action points. The amount of AP consumed depending on the specific weapon. Below your currently equipped weapon, you can see each remaining round as a bright bullet icon. They are currently all dimmed as ammo spent. Each shot you take, reload button shows how many rounds you'll gain. Fuel tips displayed. The action points cost for that weapon. Okay, yep. I've been doing that, just not for her, so I'll have to reload next turn. Alright. You're in trouble now, bud. Pick with the wrong picks. There we go. He had it coming. One less asshole in the wastelands, a good day's work. She looks at Misty with a raised eyebrow, but says nothing. And now everyone's coming over to check what the fuss was about. Let's give Tina the news. Well, can I loot them first, though? Yeah. It's not a good fight if you can't loot afterwards. Ooh. I'll take that. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so let's go talk to Tina and see how she feels about all the murdering we just did. In my defense, he's the one who got all murdery. I was just being threatening.
G'day! What can I do
my gun
for
in
you?
his face. Took care of the work for you. Yeah, I saw. She stares at his body, tapping her whistle against her thigh, then shrugs. I hope he didn't have any friends who'll come looking for him. I mean, I doubt it. The guy was the be-all and end-all of assholes, but still, dags clump together. True. I guess I just hope you'll be here if his mates come along too. Still, you did what I asked, and that counts for a lot. Plus, I'll never have to listen to him snoring through the midnight watch again. She lets out a sigh, all the tension draining from her body. Finally, I feel like this place is on the up and up. Thanks again, friend. She holds out her hand to shake yours. I will shake her hand. Here's the beginning of a beautiful partnership. So I'll just say, any idea when Mick's gonna arrive? You're new to this area, aren't you? Her tone is sympathetic. Mick's a force of nature, like a cyclone or a dust storm. When he's here, you'll know. Oh, you'll know all right. Don't forget he's the one paying us today. Come on, what's life without a little bit of fun at your employer's expense? She pauses. Actually, don't answer that. I don't want to know. Alright. Let's say goodbye to her. She spots some new arrivals. And would you look at that? Right on time, if by that you mean half a day late. She waves at a sun-baked woman, an overdressed man walking over from where they've hitched their camels.
Hello there, Tina. Lovely as the day is long, as always.
Alright, this is Mick.
We would have been here sooner, but, well, let's just say it's been an eventful day.
Okay. Certainly has. Had some excitement in the morning, had to deal with some diplomacy after that. Not a bad day's work, if I say so myself. I suppose introductions are in order. I'm Mick Jones, and this is Jess Brown. Runs Brookton's barter crew. When I'm needed elsewhere, he studies you. So, you're a new face in this crowd. You into forging alliances, or do you prefer to rough it alone? Humanists. Working together is the only way to restore civilization. Utilitarian. You've got to stick together if you want to get anything done. A group has more bargaining power than one person alone. Do you want my actual answer, or the answer I think you want? I'm gonna go utilitarian. Yeah, okay. Muriel Higney. Hegney? Hegney? Let me know how collective bargaining works out for you. She gives him a long-suffering look and sighs. On that note, I think I'll go check in on Frida. She gives you a friendly nod. Pleasure to meet you. Is the quality of recruit you're accepting these days? Ella gives him a one-shoulder shrug. He frowns. Though, speaking of new recruits, he adjusts his coat and nods to Nishti. Young lady, you're looking well. Me, I'm off for a quick skiz at the goods. Got to keep my hand in. Let me know when you're ready to head off to Brookton. No worries, we took care of Tina's pest problem, so we're free as. Scouts, free? What do I pay you all that good money for then? He grins at her. She shakes her head and sighs. Gives you a jaunty salute. See you shortly. She smiles and waves at his departing back, then speaks in a low voice. Must be our lucky day. We got old charmer Mick. On bad days, it's the old bastard. She puts her hand down when it's clear. He's not going to look back.
Let's finish up and get on the road.
Alright. Let me see if I'm able to save my progress. I know it's a demo, but it seems like it might be a long one. Woo, okay, yes. We can indeed save our demo. Excellent. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna stop then, because this went a little bit longer than I meant it to, but I did want to actually have a combat encounter before stopping. So far, really loving it. I love the moral compass system and this tie-in with the different philosophical sects and, you know, that influencing how you're able to respond to situations. I love the skills and attribute systems. I love the way the environments look. They're just kind of like muted and sketchy. I like that. The voice acting is good. Seems to have an interesting story and interesting characters so far. The first, like, real moral compass encounter it put me against there was a little devastating, and that's a good thing. So far, very positive outlook for this, and I'd like to come back and finish up the demo. So, hoping you guys enjoyed this too. If you do, you know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I'd appreciate it if you'd put in the comments if you would like to see more from this demo. That would help me out. Alright, thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time.